What up, Net fans? NetsBoy here, bring your latest and your not-so-looking-good Brooklyn Nets news. tough, 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 tough situation the Nets are in, being down 3-1 to the Heat. Game 3 was fantastic. Everything really clicked for the Nets. They were raining threes. Darren Williams had not the greatest game, but he did have 11 assists. They were making big shots. They were playing great defense. Everything just clicked in Game 3. And then Game 4 came, and LeBron James became LeBron Jesus. I mean, it was impressive, and that's where LeBron should always play. But that's beside the point. No one else on the Heat came to show up except for Bosh, who made the big three at the end of the game. But it's a tough loss for Brooklyn because they had a chance to win. They really did, and I don't really understand why they weren't attacking LeBron more when he picked up his fifth foul. LeBron James picked up his fifth foul like 2.5 minutes to go, and they isolated Joe Johnson on him, but Joe Johnson started doing jump shots instead of trying to push the ball into him and try to make LeBron foul out. That's what I would have done. When I have a guy scoring 49 points on me, I'm going after him on the defensive end. On the offensive end, and try to get him in foul trouble, which LeBron was in, and get him out of the game. Because let me tell you right now, no one else came to play for the Heat. I mean, yeah, Bosh made the big three down the stretch, but other than that, no one else came to play for the Heat other than LeBron James. And it was really the Nets versus LeBron James. But, and that's a really tough one to swallow because the Nets were in that game. They could have really won that game if they couldn't score down the stretch. It's really frustrating. Game 2, they were in it the whole way, and they fell apart because they couldn't get any offensive rebounds, and the Heat won. Game 4, same thing. They had a chance to win, but they just couldn't execute down the stretch, and Bosh hits a big three. This series, very easily, if things fell a different way, the Nets could actually be up 3-1 instead of down 3-1. But then again, you can say the same thing about the regular season. If a few things bounced differently, the Nets could have gotten swept 4-0 instead of against the Heat instead of them sweeping the Heat. You know what I mean? But that's basketball. That's just the way it is. Before I go into more of the game, I got a little housekeeping stuff I gotta do. It was brought to my attention by some of my friends that I have not fully, apparently, kept up my end of a bargain of something that we did. My friends, we're in a fantasy football league. And in the league, I had the great season that I had. I was fantastic. My team was great. Everybody who I drafted really sucked. And I actually finished in a last place. Despite, I'm thinking that I had one of the greatest teams ever when I had Ray Rice, I had Calvin Johnson, I had Roddy White, I had Matt Ryan. I'm like, look at this team, how great is it? And every one of those guys really ended up becoming busts, except for Calvin Johnson, who started off slow, who I ended up trading away in an okay deal. I ended up getting Adrian Peterson in the deal. But then Johnson became great, and then Peterson fell off the face of the earth. I just couldn't get a break. But in it, I came in last place. And in last place, I was given a last place trophy, similar to if you ever watched the league, they give last place trophies. And the trophy is a toilet bowl. And I was told by my friends that I am not included in any of my NetsBoy videos, so I promised them I would. But now, guys, so you better be watching this because I'm talking to you guys directly. There was a little mishap that happened with the toilet bowl. I don't know what you guys think. If you guys are going to become, jerks and make me pay for it. Personally, I think it's not a big deal. But knowing you guys, you are going to make me pay for it, which is okay. That's really what the league votes on. I will pay for it. But I was cleaning my room. And, I have my toilet bowl trophy right on the side of my room, and I turned and I knocked it down, and, I don't know if you can see it, guys, but there's a little chip. Here's the pieces. I have the pieces in my hand. Can you see it? A little chip in the corner. I could super glue the pieces back on. I could hot glue it. I kind of think it gives, my great toilet bowl trophy, a little personality, showing like, it's a giant toilet bowl, and it sucks, and this is my trophy, everybody. Look at it. It's legitimately a brass toilet bowl that says, Bro Bash, that's the name of our league. Bro Bash, the league, last place. So I get to remind it. I swear I did not break it on purpose. You know, it just fell and it chipped, and I can fix it. I have the pieces. Like I said, I can super glue it, guys. But if you guys really want to be jerks, I'll pay. I don't remember how much it was. I'll pay it out. But I think it gives a personality. Doesn't it give a personality? Look at it. It's a toilet bowl. A legit toilet bowl. So here you go, guys. Here's me. Here's my toilet bowl trophy with the chip. I'm sure I'm going to hear it from my friends about, oh my god, you broke the trophy, Baba, this, that's a draft pick, or something like that. Whatever. Whatever, guys. Gives it personality. I think it really emphasizes the crap, get it, great, that my season was. And right now, this is where the Nets season is about to go, in the toilet bowl, if they do not change. So I'm just going to hold this the rest of the video, as promised. So, woo, toilet bowl, I sucked, I came in last place, yeah, get in. NetsBoy's not here for football, he's here for basketball. Let's do a basketball fantasy, and then we'll see who comes out on top. That's a challenge to my friends. Anyway, so yeah, the Nets got to figure this out. They're down 3-1. It's not looking good. And you know what? Like I said, they really could have won that game. They got to stop LeBron. They got to stop him. And that's easier said than done. How do you stop LeBron James, right? That's like, how do you stop a freight train? I have a theory, and a lot of teams tend not to do this because they never like the idea of putting somebody at the line. But you got to beat them up. You just got to beat up LeBron James. You know, you got to foul him hard. Don't kill the guy and don't make it a flagrance, but don't give him those open dunks. Today, when on one of his fast breaks, when he stole the ball and I think it was Wade passed it to him and he had the hard flush, no one contested that. Get in his face, jump up, give him a hard push. You know, even if you get dunked on, you got to send a message that you're just not going to let him walk all over you. And you got to attack him more on the offensive end. You got to make him work hard on defense, which he's great at. But you just got to make him work. And the truth of the matter is, I don't know if that's really going to work, but I don't see a problem with it. You have one of the deepest benches in all of basketball. Utilize it. Throw defenders at him. If he goes up for a layup, I mean, don't foul him on a layup, but if he's going hard to the basket, contest him. Don't let him get off a clean shot. Hit him hard. I don't know if that's really going to work. I mean, it could. I don't feel like the Nets have any other option because they've got to stop him. If they can, I mean, originally my idea would be let LeBron James go crazy and stop the rest of the team. But that's basically what happened in Game 4, and they still lost. But then again, if you look at it, the Nets could have easily won this game if they made a couple more plays down the stretch. So I kind of still like that theory of let LeBron James beat you, but stop everyone else. You know, and I think that's kind of the game plan. Let LeBron James beat you. Make him have to score 49 points. And stop everyone else, because you know what? I think the Nets could have won Game 4. I think if they do that in Game 5, they have a chance to win Game 5. If they can do that, you know, LeBron James is the best player in the league. I know Durant was the MVP. LeBron is the most talented, gifted player. Make him continue to beat him. Make him have to beat you. Because I'm gonna be straight up honest with LeBron James. If there's one thing that he is, you know, he's a very good and consistent player. He'll put up points every night. But he's not consistently dominant. And that's, you know, no player truthfully is. He was dominant in Game 4. Like, he dominated the Nets. I don't think he can do that in Game 5. He can definitely put up 20-something points, but I don't think he can dominate them. So if you stop the rest of the team and you let LeBron get his, you can beat him. And when I say get his, when he goes to the basket, like I said, don't foul him intentionally, but don't give him easy baskets. Foul him if you need to. Hit him hard, but he's on a fast break. Don't wrap him up. Meet him at the basket. Who cares you get dunked on? That to me sends a bigger message. If he's on a fast break and you're coming at him, attack him. Attack him. 2 hands in his face. Take a toilet bowl trophy and throw it at him. No, don't do that. But, you know, just attack him. Hit him hard. Like I said, don't get an intentional foul, but go for the ball, obviously, but challenge him. One guy I know who's challenged him is Mason Plumlee, what happened? He blocked him. Not that I mean you're going to ever block LeBron constantly. There's a good chance you get dunked on, but it sends a message. When a player gets contested, even if he succeeds, gets in his mind, says, oh, they're going to come after me. And that's what you got to do. You got to come after LeBron. And the same thing I said, offensively, go after him. I don't know why Joe Johnson was shooting jump shots when LeBron had five fouls. He should have gone to the basket. Should have switched off with Darren Williams, who can get to the basket at will. Have Williams go to the basket. Have him get fouled. Make LeBron stop you. Make him beat you and make him stop you. Because guess what? The Miami Heat really are just called, in my opinion, the LeBron James. Dwayne Wade has glimpses of greatness every once in a while, but he's not the same player. Same thing with Ray Allen. Same thing with Chris Bosh. The Heat are only as good as what LeBron James is going to make them. And if you can frustrate LeBron and you can make him have to step up his game night in and night out, you're going to wear him down. The problem is it's a little too late for that being down 3-1. If they did that at the beginning of the series, I think they could have had a chance. But you never know. The Nets are a weird team. They really are. I think they might actually win Game 5. I'm not going to expect them to win Game 5. I think they're going to lose, to be honest. But I wouldn't be surprised if they win Game 5 because Garnett is going to be in anger mode. Pierce is going to be in aggressive mode. They're going to play like there's no tomorrow. And the Heat are always that team. They always kind of let up a little bit when they shouldn't. So I kind of think that the Nets could actually win Game 5. But they just got to play better. They got to execute down the stretch. They really should have won Game 4. I'm really mad they didn't win Game 4. They really should have won. But they played like this toilet down the stretch. They didn't have a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes. You can't win like that. You can't win. So, there you have it. Just attack LeBron. Attack him. Make him frustrated as best as you can. Make him continue to beat you. Look LeBron James in the eye and say, well, actually, don't say anything because don't give him any other, motivation, but make him beat you again. Make him score 49 points again. Make him have to do that for the Heat to win. Because honestly, he's not going to do that every night. And that's the game plan I would tell whoever plays the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. Because to be straight up honest, even if the Nets win Game 4, Game 5, they're not winning the series. As much as I'm going to root for them to win the series, I don't see it happening. And probably next NetsBoy could be the last NetsBoy for the year. It probably won't be. I'm going to be honest. I think I might continue NetsBoy videos even if the Nets get eliminated. Just to, they won't be as frequent, but maybe, at the end or beginning of each series, just giving me a rundown of the picks of what I see. I don't know. I haven't yet decided. But that's what they have to do to beat the Heat. You got to make LeBron James play like the best player in the world. And make him night in, night out have to beat you. Him. Don't let anybody else beat you. Make him beat you. That's what they got to do. We'll see what happens. Very few teams have come back when they're down 3-1, but you never know what could happen. It ain't over till it's over. My predictions have been really off when it comes to the amount of games. I've been pretty good overall. I predicted 6 of the 8 teams correctly. I predicted the Heat and the Wizards to advance. The Pacers have the Wizards' number, apparently. The Pacers finally showed up to play. My bold prediction about the Heat and the Pacers not playing in the Eastern Conference Finals is not looking good. That's why it was a bold prediction. But we'll see what happens. But there you have it. Next NetsBoy episode will be either when the Nets get eliminated or probably after Game 6 if they can manage that far. I don't know. We'll just keep a lookout on it. Once again, guys, here's my toilet bowl. Notice I held it the whole time. Personality. That's what that is. You guys, my friends should comment and tell me what they want me to do with this thing, alright? There you have it, alright? Happy toilet bowl. Hopefully the next season will not go down there next game, but we'll see what happens. Until then, this is NetsBoy and his toilet bowl trophy signing off.